What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all a quick update of Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at $25,885. We're about flat on the day. What I want to do is take a look here at the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. We're going to go all the way into the 1 hour time frame to get you guys some good details. So what we're going to do here, guys, we're going to piggyback off the last video we were looking at. And what I want to talk about here was the close below this 200-week moving average. So when we're looking at this, guys, we have to realize that we traded up above this 200-week moving average for about 84 days. So the fact that we're losing it now and that we closed below it, we have to keep an eye on this now because sometimes that can create some more downward pressure. Now, the thing here is we didn't have massive bear volume as we closed below this. So, many times, guys, you can hang around this area a little bit. You can see back in this range where you fight up above it, then below it, back and forth. But more so, this is just a warning sign that we could get pushed to lower prices. And when you're taking a look at this, as we're breaking down through this 200-week moving average, we also have our bearish MACD cross. Right now we're at a negative 237. And why this is significant is just due to the fact that we had a positive cross for so long, all the way back to August 1st of 2022. So now we're starting to get that downward pressure here. So we got to keep an eye on this. Not saying that that's game over. It's going to, push us all the way back to the lows right away, but it's something that we have to keep an eye on. Now, relative strength is still holding up above our 50 line, so that's a good sign. We want to see it hold up above that 50. If we start to close below that 50 as well, with our MACD to the downside, that could show we potentially could go down to some lower areas. And if we take a look here on the 1 day time frame, I want to talk about some of those areas here. So what I want to do here was turn on our order blocks. And right now, the area that I could see, the bull's given another attempt. If we get pushed down to this 200-day moving average, this is going to be at $23,600. We get pushed down to that area. If we get a nice bullish candlestick pattern and some decent volume off that area, we may get another shot to push back up and try to attempt $30,000. So some we're keeping an eye on here, guys. This scenario here, this is a relatively large order block, and that the average of that is at $24,800. Relative strength is going to be a 41 right now, so below that 50 line. Moving average, if we're taking a look at this, the MACD for the 1 day is going to be at a negative 86. If we get into the 4 hour time frame, so for the 4 hour time frame, still being suppressed by this 200 moving average on the 4 hour. Right now, our bullish order block is going to come in at an average of 22,734. Overhead resistance is going to put us at 26,144, and we're still in this downtrend here. So we got to keep an eye on that. If we get into the 1 hour time frame, we are trading below our 200 moving average. Guys, you just want to look at this forward direction here so you can see when we really pop up above it on heavy volume, can trade well up above it for quite a while. And then same deal once we start pointing in the negative direction here, just look right here. And this is something that I like to do for myself. So we're drawing this trend line across prices here, and you can just see how this trend line in the moving average is acting as overhead resistance as it's pushing us down here. So we got to somehow find a bottom within, I would say, $26,000 to this $23,000 where I have my alert down here. If we get pushed down to that area, we could have another potential buy spot at that 200 moving average on the 1 day time frame, bouncing back here. So this area here, guys, right in this range. So I would just put an alert there and just see what happens with price action at that area. So I want to bring you a quick update here, guys. God bless each and every one of you. Be careful out there. Take care.